We're going to turn Odyssey back on now. We should be fine. I should have plenty of bandwidth for this. I think it's just because I'm wireless or something. It just gets a little funny when I'm starting the shows. And once the shows are up, I drop 0 frames. So there go the notifications. Iran shipping ballistic missiles to Russia, but Stuxnet never happened. So you guys might remember, I love doing these kinds of segments. You know, these are the kinds of segments where I get to tell you that I said something months ago or years ago.
83. Yo was on Rumble.
What's up, buddy? You were on Rumble?
Sean, a.k.a. Trendy.
Hey, Sean,
Orca.
what's up, buddy?
What's up, Nay?
Hey, buddy. How's it going, Sean? Young Sean is in the house, everybody. Yeah, I like doing these segments because it's me telling you that I told you something like months ago or even weeks ago or maybe even years ago, and in this case it was years ago, that we discussed Stuxnet on my show. I was living in California, and I exposed everything about Stuxnet. We talked about it. It was great. We reviewed it. I gave you a link to the documentary, and I urged all of you.
#NLRC.
I urged all of my audience. I know my audience has changed since then, but my audience back then, I urged them all to go out and watch this Stuxnet. Hey, studio, what's up, buddy? I urged them, go please watch the Stuxnet documentary. Go familiarize yourselves with it, and then you won't be so confused when it turns out that America gets into a war with Russia and Iran down the road.
Hey, Nay.
Now, I may not have said those words word for word exactly like that, but that's what's happened, and I basically predicted this was going to happen, because what I said about Iran back then was they're gonna bide their time and they're gonna wait, and the opportunity will present itself, and then Iran will do whatever they can to hurt us the way we hurt them. Well, guess what? Barack Obama's roosters, his chickens have come home to roost yet again. Okay, this was Barack Obama's doing. He's the one that did this shit. And he thought it was cool. He thought he was going to be Mr. Cool poker player, Mr. Cool man, sporting guy. He's so cool. He's going to do this. Oh, he's so slick. You know, he's going to attack Iran and not tell anybody about it. But the news got out, and we found out about it. And Iran definitely knew who did it. And Iran just was like, well, you know, we don't have the resources right now to go up against big, mighty United States. But, you know, we'll just do our thing, and we'll just keep doing our sets, you know, and then eventually when the time presents itself, we're going to be ready. And Russia picked up the phone and said, yo, Iran, we need some backup. Iran was like, hold my beer, America. You know, wasn't it you guys that sent a massive virus into our nuclear centrifuges and killed some of our top scientists in our country? Yeah, man, well, you know what? We're going to give Russia all the ballistic missiles they need now. We're going to put them on a boat, we're going to ship them over there, and they're going to start killing Americans and Ukrainians and Europeans and whoever, UK, people from the UK, whoever else is over there, because fuck you all, right? So, ha ha ha, I told you so. America, I fucking warned you. I told you this was going to happen, and now, big news. The chief of military command over there in Ukraine, right? The chief frickin' general over there, whatever. I forgot his position. He's just come out and said, you know, we haven't been fighting this war for 8 months. We've been fighting it for 8 years. Oops. Oh boy. There goes the whole narrative that this all started when Putin invaded Ukraine. Oops, which was 8 months ago. Well, what happened in the last 8 years? That's what now he's fucked up. Right? And now everybody's going to be talking about it because the Ukrainian general is the one who's finally admitted that they were killing ethnic Russians in Donbass, shelling them for 8 years. And now there's no walking away from it. MSM, CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, the New York Times, the Washington Post, every single big news agency out there, AP, Reuters, I don't give a shit. Every single one of them has to cover this story now, and they will. And what they're going to do is they're going to end up realizing that by relaying this story to all of their readers, that their readers are going to be like, wait, man, You said this all started because Putin invaded Ukraine. What was happening for the last 8 years that we don't know about? Maybe we need some history lessons real quick. Boom goes the dynamite. Hello, Hippie Crusher. How are you?
John, aka Trendy Orca. News made it sound like Russia invaded Ukraine.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, they did invade Ukraine. I mean, they did.
How are you?
But they invaded Ukraine as a response. That wasn't an act of war. It was an act of defense, man. And nobody realizes that.
Yo, hashtag Migos got shot this morning.
Screwed Jack. Yo, you got shot this morning, bro? Or is Migos a famous rapper that got killed? I heard some rapper got killed, like in Texas, outside a bar or something, like again. And I told my mom, why are all these idiots going out during a pandemic? You know, we've got the RSV now, we've got COVID, and we've got the flu, and it's all going around. And all these morons are going around. I wonder how many of these people have children.
Screwed Jack.
Migos is the rapper that got killed.
Rapper that got killed.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about that. You know, it's stay in your homes, people. You're indoctrinated to think you need to go out and be around people to live your lives, man. Think about a Buddhist monk that goes up on the highest mountaintops, sits by himself for his entire life, and just lives a life, a meager life by himself, not talking to other people, and is totally fulfilled and happy. You don't have to be around. You don't have to be in a bar. You don't have to be driving downtown. You don't have to be in a crushed group of people in South Korea or on a big extension bridge in India, you know, getting rocked. 400 people, you know, and 150 of them fall to their deaths. You don't have to be around all these idiots.
Greetings from south of
Bowling.
John,
south of Boston. What's up? We were talking about a Boston University. Boston University did a great study on the fact that recycling is all a lie. It's bullshit. Out of that, like the 30 or 50 million tons of plastic that people try to send to go recycle, like 5% of that shit actually gets recycled, and the rest goes right into a landfill. Yeah, nice, huh? I tried to tell my mom that this morning, and she wouldn't read the article. She didn't want to. It's like, I do what I want to do. Okay, it's fine. You know, spend, you know, cutting yourself on the stupid plastic and hurting your wrists and your fingers trying to rip all this shit up and jump through all these fucking hoops for these idiots. I'm so sick of that. You know, and every day, like a diligent little soldier, she's out there, you know, doing the recycling. And they take her recycling and they dump it in a fucking landfill. You know, she has no idea. It's all a fucking lie. Living a lie, folks. You know, the only thing that's not a lie is cannabis. They lied to you about cannabis, but we know the truth. I mean, I'm still alive. I've been smoking it since I was 14. So much for my brain on drugs. I mean, at what point was my brain supposed to stop working? You know, and in fact, I mean, look at me, physically. Since I started smoking cannabis, I've only gotten in better shape. You know, I've got muscles now. I'm in good shape. I can go outside for longer periods of time and do physical things for longer periods of time.
Look, a Willie Nelson. Poor dog.
Look, a Willie Nelson.
I just watched my garbage truck dump trash and recycling bins in the same dumpster.
Wow, whore dog. Is this another whore dog? There's no way. This has got to be the same whore dog.
Josh G.
Right? How many whore dogs could there be out there?
Good morning, boss man.
How many whore dogs could there possibly be? Same whore dog, right? What am I on? Cherry pie. I'm on the cherry pie kick.
The __real___ Leviathan. Trending a tune.
Same whore dog.
Big
okay.
83.
Cool. What's up, buddy?
Lifetime consumer.
Lifetime consumer, yeah.
Same whore dog.
Yeah, this is, hey, you guys, these are my pecs on cannabis. You know, these are my biceps on cannabis. You know? Fuck you. I did my push-ups this morning. And I did my curls. And I did my forearm exercises, too. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, hey, look at that. Yeah, I'm going to have forearms, too.
Josh G.
I'm working on them. I'm going to have some big old muscles right there.
Josh
Right
G.
there, man.
Cheers, peeps.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna get that fucking one muscle right there. It goes like this. And over here, I'm gonna get that shit, man. I'm working on all of it. Feels good. And, you know, cannabis. I smoke cannabis all day. So if you can work out and make muscles.
Real
Oh, I got all the
underscore
muscles.
Leviathan.
I got all the muscles, except for
All
my
the
legs.
muscles.
I need to do some leg workout, I guess. I don't have anything to really do my legs with. I should do squats. Or I'll be unbalanced. I'll be all top and nothing on the bottom. Eee. I'm gonna fall over from being top heavy. Let's smoke a bong rip, shall we? And let us say this. All together. No law regarding cannabis. Is that good? Are we good on Rumble? I know there's some people out there on Rumble that are a little
Josh G.
offended by my drug use.
You ever tried any yoga?
Get the fuck over it, Rumblers. You guys are supposed to be tough. Tough right-wingers. This isn't supposed to bother you. Come on now.
The real
Why are you leaving? I
Leviathan.
pull out my bong and they all start running like little bitches.
You're gonna look like Popeye.
I'm gonna look like Popeye? Yeah, I don't want to look like Popeye. You ever tried any yoga? I used to balance. When I first started working out, I would balance, kind of like yoga. I would hold positions. And I would just stand there and like balance on one foot and stuff like that and get myself stronger and stronger and stronger, get my muscles more toned. And then eventually I start actually doing workout, you know. Yoga's great, but it's limited. Yoga is limited to, you know, how far you can take your body. And you want to start actually seeing gains, you need to do sets. It's the only way. You're not gonna see gains with yoga. You'll get fit and you'll get balance and you'll get you know, more confidence and you'll become more calm and all that. But you're not gonna build muscle groups. You know, you got to get on the floor and start doing some fucking push-ups. It's the only way. You got to do some sets. You know, and then you'll see it. And you know what? It didn't take long. And boy, oh boy, I hit a plateau a few weeks ago, and I thought, I can't do this. I was about to give up, and then I had some inspiration. And I was like, I'm just going to have to work harder because I want my muscles to be bigger and I want my arms to look better and I want to get triceps and I want to cut this belly fat.
The real Leviathan.
Thank you, Levi.
Good, man.
All right, let's smoke this bong hit. Look at all the pussies on Rumble. I can't believe this. Wow, man. Look, a bunch of right-wingers can't handle my fucking pecs. What the fuck? You fucking pussies. I thought Rumblers were supposed to be cool, man. I start talking about cannabis and working out, and they all start pussing out and leaving. Wow. Okay, whatever. I thought Rumble we were going to blow it up this morning, but I guess not. I think I basically talked about everything I want to talk about anyway.
Whore dog. Do dips will rip your triceps.
I do dips. You know, haven't you ever seen me doing them in this chair? Actually, the tricep is better if you hold a weight behind your head and you push up like this. That is, if you really want to build this muscle, you got to push up. The dips didn't do really anything for my triceps, but they did a lot for my biceps and my pecs, I noticed. But I wasn't getting tricep gains doing dips. It was when I started pulling that weight above my head and doing that. And in fact, I actually have to start doing those again. All right, let me do a bong rip.
Whore dog. Yep, that too.
Pull-ups and chin-ups are good too. But I kind of stopped doing that. I got a bar here and I need to go back over and start doing it, which I can do more now. If you're on Rumble and you're watching, hello, welcome to my show. Don't be scared of me, okay? Don't run off. Come have a good time. And you can feel free to talk to me in the chat. I'm broadcasting to 15 different channels right now across the internet. Rumble is just one of them. But, you know, I've got 7 viewers across the other channels right now. Hopefully that'll step up because YouTube has taken my main channel down. They claim that I was saying hate speech. So, whatever. I don't know
James
what the fuck
McGill.
that was. It's probably something that somebody
Cheers,
said
man.
in my chat, I'm assuming. You know, because people say dumb shit all the time in my chat. But, you know, human beings should have been able to fix that, and they didn't. So they told me that I was speaking hate.
The __real___ Leviathan.
One arm at a time?
I do that one behind the head,
yeah, it's
but
good.
with one arm at a time.
Yes. I need to start doing those again. All right, no Larry Garney cannabis. Cheers, everybody. That's the first bong rip of the day. Okay, and now I need air. I have a huge fan under my table. It's got this little knob over here, and I just turn it on. And boy, oh boy, does that feel good.
Josh G.
Josh G.
Get many trick-or-treaters last night.
200. Went through all the candy. Then we had to shut down at 8 o'clock. 8:10 was when we gave out the last piece of candy. Kids were so cute last night. We had a lot of fun. My girlfriend and I sat out front giving out candy. We had Rogie out there. Because Rogie loves kids, man. You know, Rogan just loves kids. God, man,
Josh G.
He gets so excited when he sees kids.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, 200 kids. We're the most popular house in the whole neighborhood. Because my mom's been giving out full-size candy for years. So it's got like a reputation. A lot of people, they'll drop their kids off right in front of our house. And then they'll drive off.
Don't you live in the mountains?
No.
LOL.
I live in Florida. I live in Florida. We live in
Josh G.
in Orlando.
I saw a Jeffrey Dahmer. Little fucker looked identical, and he was giving people so many mixed vibes.
I saw Jeffrey Dahmer. We had 3 hay rides
Sean, aka
drop their
Orca.
kids off in front of our house last night too.
And what a beautiful rip it was, Nate. Cheers.
What a beautiful rip it
The
was.
__real___ Leviathan. Oh, have you permanently moved out of California?
Yes, I have permanently moved out of California now. I still own my home, and I'm renting the house to my friend Mark. And I'll probably go there and visit, you know, a few times. And I've got to pick some things up that are still out there. But no, this is it, bro. This is my house, bro. This is my house.
The __real___ Leviathan. What made you want to leave?
Wow, Leviathan, that's a very complicated, big question. There's a lot of factors involved in that. I'm impressed that one of you in my audience is actually asking me really good questions today. Thank you. I feel like I'm being interviewed. So the first thing was my father's got dementia, and he's reached the point
The __real___ Leviathan.
where he no longer talks.
LOL.
Can't feed himself. You know, he can't do anything really on his own. Can chew his own food. That's about it. So we've got 24-hour help here. And my mother is here with him and whoever is helping. And I wanted to be here to just be here during this time in his life and her life to offer support. And also because physically I can help them if they need somebody strong to move something, put something together. Bro, I've done so much. It's like unbelievable. They would have gotten almost everything taken care of, sure, without me, but I was able to just really help a lot. and I still am. So that's the number one thing, was I was concerned about my family and I wanted to be here with them. I'm 3,000 miles away in California, and it just felt like I had, basically run away from my family, and in a time when they need me the most. So I decided to come back. So that was number one. Number two was California charges state income tax. So I make a good amount of money, and it gets taxed by...
William Koopman. Respect, bro.
Thanks, William.
I hope the best.
Thank you, William Koopman. I appreciate that. A lot of it gets taxed by the United States federal government, and then if you live in California, this is what's fucked up. When you live in the state of California, you get taxed on your income just like the federal government does. If you live in Florida, they don't do that. So imagine this. If you make a lot of money, then you got the federal government taking thousands of dollars away from you, right? Then you've got the state of California taking thousands of dollars away. Now, not as much, but it's probably about a quarter of the amount, maybe closer to a third of the amount of what the federal government. So just take what the federal government's doing and then dump another third on top of that. That's what California does to you. So I realized if I moved back to Florida, and I stopped being a California resident, they're not going to charge me income tax there anymore. And I can still own my home. I can still get rent from a renter in California from that house, as long as I'm not a resident, and they can't charge me income tax in the state of California. So, hey man, bonus. Okay, number three. Now, this is where it starts getting, there's personal things, and I'll tell you what, at the end of the show today, this is what we'll do. At the end of this show, when I kill the main channels, okay, and we stay on Rumble, I'll tell you some of the personal reasons why I moved from California to Florida, because there are personal reasons that I won't talk about on the main show, but I will talk about on Rumble. And if you guys come over to Rumble, in fact, I'll give you a link in the chat right now.
William Koopman.
Go make yourself
I was
an
Liquid
account.
Amber, now real name William Koopman from the Netherlands. Peas bro.
Oh, Liquid Amber, right on, buddy. There is a link right there in the chat to, if you're on YouTube, you won't see that from Facebook. There's a link to the Rumble. If you guys come over there, I'll give you some of the more personal reasons why I moved. And
Poor
then...
dog. It's a shame California is so fucked up for such a beautiful state.
And I'm going to tell you another big reason why I decided to stay here once I got here. Okay? I've always said on my show, I love my house in California, right? When I was there, I had my little waterfall in the back with the little pond and the fish, and you guys could see it from the chat, from the live stream, and I loved that. I was like, this is just about the best. I was like, the only thing, I wonder if I could ask you, if Nick Brown was here, he'd be able to answer this question. I wonder if anybody can remember what my issue was with the house in California. The one thing I was like, man, if I could find a house with this, I would move in a heartbeat.
You talk about your creek and stuff all the time.
Right? Oh, Levi's just nailed it. So I'm just going to go because Levi just said it. Yes. I always said that I love this house, but I want to live on a river with a waterfall and a fucking creek with fish in it and wildlife in it. And I was like, and this is cool and this is nice. Yes, I needed a creek. That's what I always said. I always said that. Well, when I got here to this house, I was like, oh my God, this fucking house is on a fucking creek, dude. It's like, it's been my house for years, and I didn't realize that's where I really want to be. I want to be on that fucking creek. Now, a mountain creek in California would be nice, but with the fucking extra amount of money you gotta pay in income tax, it ain't fucking worth it if you can find the same thing here in the state of Florida. And, there's a lot of other things that I don't like about the state of Florida. And I want to talk about that on Rumble. I don't want to talk about it on the main channel. So, like I said, you guys come on over to Rumble. I gave you guys a link. And when the main show ends, come on over to Rumble and we'll have more of a personal conversation about this shit. Because on Rumble, I could say whatever the fuck I want, man. You know, and that is a beautiful thing. We can all stay in our little bubble, and I can still say whatever the fuck I want. And I need that. My mom and people in the past have said, you're going to give yourself a heart attack, you know, the way you get yourself worked up.
William Koopman. Hell yes.
Sometimes I think it's the way I get myself worked up is why I haven't had a heart attack yet, is because I'm releasing all of this anger and frustration, you know? I don't know. I didn't used to be like that. I didn't, you know, before the internet, you know, I didn't have an outlet. So it's not like I would go out in the garage and hit a punching bag to let out my frustrations. I never did that. I went out and hit a punching bag because I wanted to learn how to hit a fucking punching bag. You know, it was never about releasing anger or anything. I guess I just was never really an angry kid growing up. It's my mom. Mom.
Josh G. Yup, gotta have a place to vent. Can't bottle everything up.
Never. Absolutely never, my mom said.
The underscore.
My mom just said absolutely never. She said I was just a wonderful kid. I was never angry. It's like the internet brought it out of me. You know, I get exposed to the internet, and then it's like a genie's released out of a bottle. You know? Somebody uncorked the bottle. What time is it, man? It's top of the hour, 6 minutes late. How dare me? No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody.
The underscore real underscore Leviathan. Cheers, trending a tune. Poor dog. Cheers.
Iran shipping ballistic missiles to Russia, but Stuxnet never happened. Maze Garden published November 1st, 2022. Rumble rants. Coke and Tony Z. Morning Nay.
Morning. How many rumbles can I get, guys? In the rumble, just give me that plus sign. 6 of them. Yay, I got 6 rumbles. Let's get ready to rumble. There's 6 rumbles, guys. My channel has 522 rumbles.
The underscore real underscore.
Thank you, Levi.
Leviathan.
Thank you so much.
You, sir, have been rumbled.
So it's a little bit every day, man, and it helps bring people to the live stream, which is fantastic. We love it. Come on over to Rumble. So right now we've got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 people watching. Yeah, I count on my fingers. Always have. Always will. It's what I do. Rip my fingers off. Count on my fucking toes. Okay? It's just what I do. You know, don't let people shame you for who you are or what you are, or whatever it is the fuck you do. You know, don't feel ashamed of something you had no control over. It's not in my control that I can't remember, you know, what 6 plus fucking whatever the fuck 8 is. I can't remember that in my head. So I just go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right? I just do that. Because I can't remember all that shit. I just don't have the capacity. I never did have the capacity multiple times tables and all that shit. Never had the capacity to learn all those either. I mean, I know like twos and like, you know, fours and fives and like kind of know the eights.
The underscore.
Don't know the
underscore real
sixes.
underscore
Don't know the
underscore
sevens
Leviathan.
really good. Sixes
I
kind
have
of.
824. Then
Not
add
good at the
4 twice
nines.
LMAO.
Dude, I never really learned them. Now I'll fucking do that shit on my computer. You guys see me use my computer and shit, but I'm not embarrassed about it. It's just the person I am. You know, never let anybody shame you for what you are or what you do. And if you count on your fingers, good for you, man. I do it too. You know? Don't ever tell your kids that they can't do that. Don't do that. Because I was told that and I did it anyway. I learned to do it under my leg, man. I put my hand in my lap and I would count. It's fucking shameful. This is what society does to children. It makes you feel ashamed to be a human being because you're not worthy enough. You know, every other kid
Billy
can do it but
Valentine.
you.
Good goddamn morning.
You know, hey, Billy. It's like when I was a kid, I couldn't do fucking push-ups and shit. I couldn't do a pull-up. You know, I couldn't do a chin-up
Billy
and shit.
Valentine.
You're supposed to be able to do...
Remember dunce caps.
They had some kind of fucking test, some physical fitness test that you had to do. Your chin-ups or pull-ups or something was one of them. And I couldn't do it, dude. You know, what the fuck did they want from me? You know? Fail. Well, you cannot be a child anymore. You are no longer a child. Shame, shame, shame. You couldn't do a chin-up. You know? What's going on here with the Rumble rants? Why did this stop? Where did it go to? I don't even know how far
William
it went.
Koopman. LOL.
I'm so confused at this time in my life. Why can't I do this, right? What is going on? Must be
Iran shipping ballistic
must be the
missiles
cannabis.
to Russia, but Stuxnet never happened. Maze Garden published November 1st, 2020. Notlin.
Let's just go from here.
I recycle. That's the
Oh,
put it
Billy.
in the landfill. Notlin.
Billy,
Hashtag
like that fucking
NLRC.
texting me about my nipples.
Token Tony Z.
We're gonna talk about that later.
Real underscore Leviathan.
On the
I'm not
Rumble,
going
we're gonna
anywhere.
talk about that. So if you want to hear about that,
Do
come
you
on
ever
over to the
get
Rumble.
worried about driving because you smoke cannabis? Or worse, have you ever
Here's a
been
link
pulled
to
over?
it in the chat.
Notlin. Show Nay some love and give a thumbs IP. Notlin. Up. Notlin. Cheers. Notlin. Happy top of the hour. Notlin. Yeah, for free speech. Notlin. Cheers. Big Merc 83. Yo,
Yo, Big Merc.
Poor Dog 1. I'm on the Rumble. Notlin. Happy 710.
Happy 710 there, hippie chick. Cheers, everybody. Happy 710. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers.
Billy Valentine. I taught kids in gym class aerial cheats that trapeze artists use. Everyone could climb the ropes after that. Even Chubby Chester.
So, the thing I want to talk about today. Nancy Pelosi's son provides grim new details about his dad's recovery. This is CNN. NDTV, Radio Free Europe, Reuters, and Yahoo News. I'm just going to do the first one as CNN on MSN. Iran is preparing to send additional weapons, including ballistic missiles, to Russia to use in Ukraine, Western officials say. All right, so here's the article. There's a big fucking advertisement. And there's a play button right under the X button. Yeah, so of course it
Billy Ballantyne.
loads the fucking...
I keep picturing Bryan Cranston in Pelosi's living room yelling for Nancy.
Right?
The __real___ Leviathan. I
Check this
see
out.
you've taken the shirtless advice, LOL.
It's more comfortable. I got a shirt right. It's so much more comfortable for me to not wear. If people don't mind, I just prefer not. Because I've got this plexi. It's all about the fact that I've got this plexiglass thing in front of me. I've got a roof over my head, so all the home ventilation, it doesn't come in here that well. I've got the door wide open, and my mom's got to listen to my. And the air just kind of comes in. I can feel it a little bit, but if I didn't have this plexiglass thing, I'd be wearing all my clothes and shit. It's like a little sauna in here, you know. Sauna. Or I got a big old. Wearing a bathing suit. Anywho. Iran is preparing to send approximately 1,000 additional weapons, including surface-to-surface short-range ballistic missiles and more attack drones, to Russia to use in its war against Ukraine. Officials from a Western country that closely monitors Iran's weapons program told CNN. So, right here, I didn't know. I hadn't read this yet. We're going to keep reading, but this is highly questionable. An unnamed source from an unnamed country. Okay, so let's just keep going. The shipment is being closely monitored because it would be the first instance of Iran sending
Josh
advanced...
G. Like in a grow tent.
Yeah, well, I would say yes in a poorly ventilated grow tent, but see, your grow tent is supposed to be perfectly ventilated. So, this thing doesn't have air flowing through. A grow tent hopefully has air flowing through it, which would be more comfortable. Okay, the shipment is being closely monitored because it would be the first
Billy Ballantyne. Well, the storage containers are in English, so
The storage containers are in it. They say this is what they're trying to sell to me because they know I'm trying to move some things from California to Florida. So this is targeted advertisement at me. All right. The shipment is being closely monitored because it would be the first instance of Iran sending advanced precision-guided missiles to Russia, which could give the Kremlin a substantial boost on the battlefield. The last shipment of weapons from Iran to Russia included about 450 drones, officials said, which the Russians have already used to deadly effect in Ukraine. Ukrainian officials said last week that they have shot down more than 300 Iranian drones. This new expected shipment would mark a significant increase in Iranian support to Russia's war effort. While the precise timing of when the shipment will arrive in Russia is unclear, officials believe the weapons will definitely be delivered before the end of the year. Drones have played a significant role in the conflict since Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in late February, but their use has increased since the summer when the United States and Kyiv said Moscow acquired drones from Iran. In recent weeks, these Iranian drones have been used to target critical energy infrastructure in Ukraine. The Iranian drones are known as loitering munition because they are capable of circling for some time in an area identified as a potential target and only striking once an enemy asset is identified. They are small, portable, and can be easily launched, but their main advantage is that they are hard to detect and can be fired from a distance. The U.S. has also alleged that Iran has sent military personnel to Crimea to assist Russian drone attacks on Ukrainian targets. So, yes, I've heard this one. You guys heard this, right? There's supposedly Iranians on the battlefield. Okay? So, this is like video games that I play, and they're like, why are the Russians here? Oh my God, this is Iranian. You know, it's so funny. This is like game shit coming to life. Sending further Iranian weaponry to Russia is a move that will likely cause relations with the U.S. to further deteriorate. On Monday, the U.S. envoy to Iran, Rob Malley, said the Biden administration is not going to waste our time on talks to revive the nuclear deal. If nothing's going to happen, Tehran's
Billy
support...
Valentine. Yeah, the Grow Tents NEED a fan, humidifier, heater, and an exhaust filter fan, and at least 1,000 watts otherwise, you'll get unhealthy or dead plants.
I totally agree.
Billy Valentine. Sorry. Billy Valentine. Oops.
That's okay. I don't... Tehran's support for Russia in the Ukraine war and its crackdown on nationwide protests prompted the death of 22-year-old Masha Amini in September, have prompted the U.S. to impose further sanctions on Iran. Earlier this month, John Kirby, the communications coordinator at the National Security Council, said the presence of Iranian personnel was evidence of Tehran's direct engagement in the conflict. So he is, now this is legit information right there. You know, John Kirby said that the presence of Iranian personnel, now if they have actual evidence of Iranians on the battlefield, you know. We can confirm that Russian military personnel that are based in Crimea have been piloting Iranian UAVs, using them to conduct strikes across Ukraine, including strikes against Kyiv, Kirby said, referring to unmanned aerial vehicles. Malley spoke out strongly against Iran supplying the drones on Monday. We know that those drones have been used to target civilians and civilian infrastructure, and we know that Iran, in the face of all of this evidence, keeps lying and denying that it's happening, Malley said. Let's just stop right there. Okay, so what I say to you guys in this title of my video is Iran is shipping ballistic missiles to Russia, but Stuxnet never happened. You know, you never hear about Stuxnet. You never hear that, you know, for 8 years we helped bomb ethnic Russians. Okay, Mom, love you. Okay. You never hear that all of these things happened about the same time. You know, Stuxnet, you know, fueling the war, couing Ukraine, right? Getting rid of the pro-Russian government there, right? And then shelling ethnic Russians. This general from Ukraine today just admitted that they've been at war for 8 years, not 8 months. He's verifying everything that we've been telling you for, the last 8 months. We've been telling you the story. And if you've been watching this show, then you know what's been going on in Ukraine. And you know that I've always said that we should never send even a penny into this war. And I've offered solutions how to stop what was going on. And then I always finish that with, but I'm just some old dude smoking cannabis in a little corner of the internet doing this. Just weighing what I see and telling you guys how I feel about it. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I said, oh, it's all right. I love
the term ballistic missiles as it's somewhat ballistic. That's called an arrow.
Anybody like the Beatles? No?
Josh T.
Sun, 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 here it comes.
Saw his podcast floating around lately.
Oh, what is a ballistic missile, Billy? What's the definition? Oh, Billy, do tell us. What is a ballistic missile? A missile. Oh, Billy, tell us. Yeah. I'll tell you about Lex, okay? This is Lex. He interviews a lot of famous people. He's got a good podcast. You can go check it out. But I don't have...
Billy Ballantyne.
I have issues
A
around
missile that explodes.
his whole UFO thing. And some of the questions he asks, I think, are really just so devil's advocate that it's obnoxious. You know, he asks some very dumbed down questions about UFOs and what would it be like if the aliens visited us, and is there evidence, and show me your evidence of aliens, and you know, there's a lot there. But he's got a good podcast, man. You know, he interviews a lot of very famous people. Yeah, and I tell you what, if you want to go see something obnoxious, go watch him interview Michael Malice, where one of them is wearing a black suit with a white shirt, and the other one's wearing a white suit with a... It's reversed, and they do it on purpose, and it is so... Or Michael Malice, I think, shows up wearing exactly opposite, because he wears the same thing every time. So Michael Malice wore the exact opposite of what he was wearing, and it was actually fucking hilarious. Go watch that one. Watch them where they dress up as Russian generals from like World War II. They dress up like Russian generals. Go watch that interview.
I did get that vibe that he doesn't want to pick a side in a topic.
You know, he's a troll, dude. He's like a master troll. He is like he couldn't hang with Billy Ballantyne for 1 second. I guarantee you, if Billy interacted with him one time, he'd block Billy instantly. He's a total troll. It's all he does. Bro, he did this thing on Fox News. It was he wanted a position at Fox News. You got to go look into this. And there was a woman, his friend, right? That I believe she was trying to help him get a position at Fox or something. I can't remember the dynamic, the story, any of it. All I know is he did something super fucked up to her. He really fucked her, dude, with Fox News, with that position. I can't remember what it was. Go look at that. Michael Malice is fucked up, dude. He's a fucked up troll. He's a fucked up troll on the internet, and he's a fucked up troll in real life, bro. You know, he is. He's an angry little man, bro. And I don't want to be that guy. You know, he goes out of his way to hurt people. I don't want to be that guy. Oh, God. Just want to be nice. Can't we all just get along, man? You know? I think that's the way to be. But still go watch the interview where they're both wearing Russian fucking general uniforms, dude.
Billy Ballantyne.
Because they're both Russian, I believe.
I love amateur trolls. Working as a traditional clown makes you a master troll.
He sends...
Try owning a crowd of kids without upsetting their PS. It's an art.
He literally sends out photographs of himself as a clown, bro, to people as a response on Twitter. All the time. Does it all the time. And he had me blocked, and I went on his live stream while he was live on a podcast, dude, and I said, hey, man, you blocked me on Twitter. Could you unblock me? I'm at Nays Garden. And or Trendy As Dowers, whichever it was. And he's like, yeah, and he did it right then during the podcast. He fucking unblocked me. Nick Brown remembers that shit. Because Nick Brown asked him to unblock me, and he blocked Nick. And he still hasn't blocked.
Michael at the moment.
Michael Malice. Michael Malice. I've never interacted with Lex Friedman. I have maybe said a word or two to Lex, you know, via maybe a message under one of his videos over just how fucking disappointed I was with how stupid some of the shit was. But, you know, man, I'm just like, I'm going to call you on your bullshit. I can't just sit there and pretend. I can't play fucking on your team, dude. You know, I'm gonna call you on your bullshit. Just have to not do bullshit. That's all I got, man. You know, me calling you on your bullshit.
Billy Ballantyne. Halloween was kinda hell.
Dude, Halloween was amazing. You know what, dude? Let me tell you something. 2022 Halloween goes down, hands down, as the best fucking Halloween I've ever had. Dude, I have had the best bashes with some of the funniest fucking greatest costumes. I've had fucking people tossed out of my Halloween parties. Dude, people come in too drunk, acting inappropriate. I've had fucking, like, Chuckles had fucking escort them the fuck out. All kinds of shit. Dude, I've had some of the greatest parties, crazy shit. Been to big fucking Halloween bashes. Played on fucking in my band at fucking Halloween. Done it all, dude. Right? Last night, the best Halloween ever fucking had, and all I did was I sat there with my girlfriend. We gave out candy to the kids, and it was so and Rogie, and it was so much fun. And dude, hey, check this out, man. I can't believe I wasn't even gonna tell you guys this. Oh my god, I'm saving it for Rumble. I'm going to save this one for Rumble. I got a story on Rumble. You guys are not going to believe what happened to me and my girlfriend while we're sitting outside our front door. We were giving out candy to all these kids, and we ended up giving out candy to 200 kids, guys, last night. We were out of candy by 8:10. 8:10, I had to turn off all the lights, lock the front door, and we shut. And I announced, because you could see people everywhere. I go, "We're out, everybody." I go, "I'm sorry." I said, "Thank you very much. Happy Halloween." We were completely out of candy. Oh, my friends came by with their kids, man. You know, man, my buddy Jeff was walking by. There were three. I told you guys there were three.
Thanks, funny you have the popular house.
There were three. Yeah, we got the house, bro. There were three hay rides. Like I said, they dropped the kids off right in front of our house, bro. I was like, Mom, 10 kids. I cut the leaves off this tree, and I think it's improved. I cut the late leaves that had died, and the flower blossomed. Look at the beautiful flower. Anyway, you guys, let me finish this article, okay? Because this is important, because like I said, this is Barack Obama's chickens coming home to roost, okay? I talked about this a long time ago on my show. I told everybody this was going to happen. I said Iran is going to strike back at us. They're not going to forget what we did to their nuclear program, okay? And then Donald Trump rescinding that deal that Barack Obama did. You know, you ever think that maybe Barack Obama did that deal because of what he did with Stuxnet? That he was trying to pay back what he did to Stuxnet? And then Donald Trump came in there and took it back. And Iran said, okay, we're going to accelerate our nuclear program. You know? We're getting ready to rumble here, guys. So, as we go live into Rumble, I got so many stories to tell you. I can't wait to go over all the things that I'm not going to say on my main show. Okay? So come on over to Rumble, everybody. Let me get you a link to the Rumble, everybody, because I want
Billy
you to,
Ballantyne.
even if you can't log in.
I loaded my one hitter, filled my lighter with fluid, and put it in my pocket with the fluid on. So when I went to take a hit, it was dry. So then I found myself rummaging through my brother's drawers looking for a lighter with nobody around. That when I realized I'll be on ring cam going through their stuff.
That's funny, Billy. Okay. So, I can't wait to tell you what happened last night. You guys are going to love this story on Rumble. So, what I did was, if you're on YouTube right now, okay, you're only going to see this on YouTube, maybe Twitch.
James McGill. That was hilarious.
You're not going to see this. You're not going to see this. Okay, wow. Korean shrub service is coming, everybody. We'll be outside. It will be, Shirley will be spraying for the trees and the shrubs. We shall enjoy the activity, of course. But I don't like the sun. Not right now. It's like I said, it's not very comfortable. But at least I don't have to whisper because my mom is gone. So, lost my train of thought. I want to finish this article though. So let's finish the article. Oh yeah. We're talking about Stuxnet. Now, for those of you who don't know, okay, Stuxnet, you guys might be like, what the fuck is Stuxnet? Okay, Stuxnet was a virus that Barack Obama, his administration, and a whole bunch of other countries like Israel and UK and I believe Canada was involved. There were all kinds of countries involved in this. They all wrote this virus and they sent it on over to Iran and it attacked the centrifuges in their nuclear program. And centrifuges sped up really fast because of this fucking virus that Barack Obama sent over there, right? And they killed a bunch of Iranian scientists, right? Nobody knew what the fuck was going on, why these centrifuges were suddenly speeding up, and they couldn't control them, and people were getting killed. And it's an act of war. So I had covered this Stuxnet on this show. You can go watch 0 Hour, I believe, or it's either 0 Day or 0 Hour. Watch the God, I wonder if we could watch it on fucking Rumble, dude. Dude, I wonder if we could watch it on Rumble, dude. Could you imagine that? How much more article is here? Okay, that's it. All right. Okay. On Monday, a senior U.S. defense official said they didn't have any, I'll make this big so you guys can see it, information to provide on the suggestion Iran is preparing to send missiles to Russia for use in Ukraine. That senior U.S. defense official said they didn't have any information. The Iranian mission to the United Nations did not respond to a request for comment about the new expected shipment. Iran has previously denied supplying Russia with weapons for use in Ukraine, saying it has not and will not do so. The Washington Post was first to report Iran's plans to send missiles and additional drones to Russia. The U.S. is looking at everything we can do, not just with sanctions, in order to disrupt the Iranian weaponry from going to Russia, Secretary of State Tony Blinken said last week. He said that the U.S. is trying to break up these networks, but it is unclear if the U.S. will be able to prohibit further shipments from going ahead, even as concerns mount about Iranians sending even more advanced weaponry to Russia. U.S. officials have also said that they are aware of discussions about additional Iranian weaponry to Russia that has not yet been delivered. Last month, the U.S. sanctioned an air transportation provider for its involvement in the shipment of Iranian drones, also known as unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, to Russia. The U.S. is also ready to target producers and procurers contributing to the UAV program, the Treasury Department's Undersecretary of the Treasury for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence said. The question of longevity and sustainability remains because it is unclear how long Iran can or would continue providing weaponry, including more advanced missiles
James
to Russia.
McGill. Crazy.
Reporting from Nay. Reporting every day with Nay's Garden. It's what he does. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you some things. All right, you guys ready? Because we're going to end the show. But on Rumble, we're going to go. And once again, thank you for watching, you guys, over on the other channels. I understand if you can't make it to Rumble, it's cool. But there's a link in the chat there. If you're watching from YouTube, you're going to see it. But if you're watching from Facebook, you won't get the Rumble link. So you're going to miss all the cool things I'm about to tell everybody. We've got 20 people on Rumble, so let me say hey to you, and let me say goodbye to everybody that's watching across all the other channels. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. I'll come on over to Rumble. That's where we're at. Peace.